Alrighty, guys. So, did you know that Blair White is getting sued? Because, that was news to me. That apparently happened over the weekend while I was not doing the streaming thing. So, we're gonna have to talk about that. Before we get into that, though, let's go ahead and take a look. This is this first one is from Backflip Eternal Rivals. Finally finished it from the video Journey to Heck. I've never really done a person before, and I have no idea how to shade or do effects. You know, for somebody who doesn't know how to do shading or effects or anything, this still looks fantastic. Two versions, one with and without the text from the thing. We'll just show the one without the text, but yeah, days are a social construct. We can have tacos whenever the fuck we want. The next one we have here is from CandleX. No context given, but yes, have a favorite child who doesn't? I don't think I get it. So we'll move on to the next one. This one is from Mathematical Cabbage. Said, finally, an out-of-context Suris quote about cool Resident Evil 4 fan art inspired me to draw this lovely work. Well, the fan art is purely cyclical, isn't it? Incendiary slimes in potion bottles, and the very adorable slime witch model. Not gonna lie, I would wear this on a shirt. I would change the text to be a little nicer first. I hope you enjoy the exuberant slime witch. Okay, so here's the thing. Actually, we're keeping this text. Right now, if you use the merch command, you can get the Christmas version of this. We actually made it a shirt. I took the fan art Math made and paid Math, and now it's a shirt. So, like, you can have a shirt that says you can do arson. That doesn't mean do arson, but that's a thing you can have now. Merry Christmas, everybody. Anyways, as always, everyone, thank you all for your fan art submissions. If you want your fan art to be shown in a future video, best way to do that is to drop your fan art into the fan art section of the Discord. With that said, though, guys, if you haven't subscribed already, do it. I mean, seriously, do it right now. But past that, Blair White's getting sued by an Eli Ehrlich. Let's go ahead and take a look at the video, and let's see what the hell is happening there.
We're suing Blair White. Here's why. Hi, my name's Eli. I'm a writer, activist, and graduate student. I'm also a trans woman and the subject of one of Blair White's latest videos. If you're here, you probably already know who Blair White is.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Blair White is a feminine trans woman who is incredibly conservative, right-wing, and cringe. She likes to spread a lot of misinformation on the internet and also has done things like blatantly said that all conservative people on the internet who are in the politics scene who make money are grifters and lie, and that's why she would stop making content that was, you know, conservative lifting, and she would stop being a grifter and lying, and then she kept making the same kind of content because it makes her money. So yeah. Yeah. I am not a fan of Blair. Let's continue.
She's the notorious trans YouTuber that promotes far-right conspiracy theories and chronically defames trans people. Her videos have caused immense harm to our communities, and I think it's...
I'm gonna raise the volume up a little bit. It's very hard to hear with the way the volume is sitting right now. So let's go ahead and do that, and...
it's time we start pushing back. That's why we want to turn Blair White into the next Alex Jones. Since she started making videos in 2015, Blair has sold out her own community for brand deals and celebrity among far-right outfits. More recently, she's made a huge profit in her series of video attacks on trans teachers, parents, and children. Actual children. The more outrageous her videos are, the more she stands to earn from them. Blair's videos have caused mass harassment campaigns against vulnerable people all over the world.
Tales of Atonement says, didn't Eli also expose the What is a Movement mockumentary, or What is a Woman mockumentary? Yes, actually. There was an entire expose on Matt Walsh's What is a Woman documentary on Twitter, and Eli was responsible for that. So yes.
I personally received hundreds of harassing comments, misgendering messages, and straight-up death threats since she made her video against me. But this isn't just about me, and this isn't just about Blair either. Far-right commentators like Blair feel that they're free to lie and defame queer and trans people without any repercussions. Trans teachers are being fired from their jobs. Trans teens are losing healthcare. And trans parents are having their children taken away. In the past, Blair has acknowledged that she's defamed trans people. However, none of us have tried to take her to court before. So, we're going to change that. In Blair's video against me, she's made dozens of false statements, ranging from rape to pedophilia to manslaughter. She hasn't apologized yet, even after knowing the statements she made were false. Thankfully, I have all the receipts. While being subject to this video that has 500,000 views may be a little terrifying, I also see it as an opportunity. It's a rare chance that we can actually stop her from harming more people. Some of the allegations she made against me have been made by others before, and each has been disproven on their own. However, her video has some information that she just made up, and she knew was false when she was making the statements. In her video, she claims that I harassed a former partner to suicide. Not only was this person still alive, which is an easily verifiable fact.
Hey, wait. I missed that. We may have to take a look at the Blair video, because that's quite the allegation. Saying that you push someone to suicide when they just are still alive.
But Blair knew that they were alive when she made the video. I messaged her and she responded.
Let's go ahead and read this message. Hold on. Not that I think it's the same. They're literally older than me. Nice try, though. I was referring to the underage people you explicitly admitted to trying to give drugs to. Quite fascinating watch you try to squirm out of accountability, though, especially considering you've already put it all in writing. I'd say good luck, but that would be fake of me. And then Eli says, trans youth deserve life-saving affirmative care. You can quote me on that and said, you're going to make one superb prison bitch. Quote me on that. And so I can't say that would make a bad bio. Wow. Okay, so what they're talking about here is probably DIY trans care, which usually is DIY HRT, do-it-yourself hormone replacement therapy. Now, I have a question for those who don't know. The reason that at-home do-it-yourself hormone replacement therapy is a thing at all is because of the alarming rate at which trans people are denied medical care. The amount of times the difficulty that trans people face is talked about but not resolved when it comes to the medical industry is astounding. It's not just surgeries. Surgeries are one of the hardest things to get, not just because, you have to go through a decent amount of time before you're allowed to get them, but also they are very, very difficult to actually get. Said Eli Emperor just followed. Different Eli, I imagine, but also thank you very much. Where trans medical care is concerned, surgeries are already a huge thing. Trans women having to... Not trans women. Assigned female at birth trans men, or non-binary people as well, tend to run into a huge issue in trying to get something as simple as a hysterectomy. Because, don't you want kids at some point? Like, sometimes, maybe, but for most people who are in that situation, what they want is for the dysphoria to go away. That's what they want. Not to mention, right, that dysphoria itself has a high rate of creating suicidality in and of itself. But that's not important for the conversation. The important thing is trans medical care is hard to get. HRT can be hard to get, especially if you can't afford it. So there have been subsets of the trans community that have been putting together informational stuff on how to get HRT that you can just take at home, basically, without doctor supervision. There are dangers to that, but at the same time, this is no different, in their eyes, to self-medicating for headaches with ibuprofen, or self-medicating for pain with acetaminophen in general, or self-medicating your sore back with Icy Hot. It's literally just trying to solve a problem that is chronic to being trans when your doctor will not solve it for you or you can't afford a doctor. DIY HRT would not even be a blink in people's eyes if we had access to trans-affirming healthcare that wasn't prohibitively expensive. Or just healthcare that wasn't prohibitively expensive. One, the other, or both. Both would be good. So, in general, DIY HRT, if you do or don't like it, it doesn't matter. The fact is, it's a symptom of a failing medical industry, failing to take care of its people, failing to take care of its patients. I don't care where you come down on the conversation about DIY HRT. I literally don't. You can tell me in the comments section about how good or a bad thing it is, and none of that will change my opinion. My opinion's based solely on DIY HRT is a necessity. Because as of right now, not all trans people can get the care they need. That's where DIY comes in. Anyways, let's go back to the video, apparently about giving drugs to kids, which is not the case there. By the way, you know what also is giving drugs to kids? Giving acetaminophen to a kid with a headache. That's giving drugs to kids. Did you know that? That's exactly what that is. Literally, 110%. If your kid's got a stuffy nose and you give them NyQuil so that they can sleep easier, that's giving drugs to kids. Almost as if that statement in and of itself means fucking nothing.
But she decided not to mention it. Her actions are beyond humiliating. She didn't just say that I was accused of these things. She said it as though it were a fact. But because of this, it does create legal grounds for actual malice. That is, knowing her statements were false while she was making them. This is the necessary component for defamation of public figures. And the upside of all of this is that it is a very clear-cut case of defamation. The question isn't if we can win, the question is how much she's willing to concede. Her actions aren't just about me as an individual. This is something much bigger. Jesse Earl calls it the right-wing disinformation pipeline.
How right-wing groups create and generate misinformation. The pipeline that they use to give seeming validity to discredit and attack marginalized groups and people. A pipeline that literally generates itself all the way up to folks like Tucker Carlson, one of the top right-wing news shows in the world.
Jesse, along with several other content creators, actually researched Blair's video
Hey, that's Emma.
and disproved nearly every statement in it. Even after Jesse's video received hundreds of thousands of views, Blair refused to respond. So now we're taking her to court. She can't keep making these videos and causing so much trauma in our community. We want to send a message that vulnerable people cannot continue being attacked like this for profit. So that's where you come in. I've retained a trans lawyer, Remy Green, here in New York.
Hi, my name is Remy Green. I'm a civil rights lawyer and I'm representing Eli in this case. Our firm has, shall we say, experience litigating against Miss White and winning. Winnable defamation cases are, for very good reasons, extremely rare. You have to clear a very high bar to bring them. But here, Miss White has elegantly leapt over that bar, and we look forward to showing exactly how.
The initial court cost will be around $60,000. I'm in school and obviously can't afford that. But with community support and the millions of people that want to see this kind of disinformation removed from the internet, we can make this possible. Don't get me wrong, I know that courts aren't always the best place to fix injustices. Courts chronically fail marginalized communities, and the odds have historically been stacked against us. However, Blair is beyond restorative justice practices. This is a clear case, and Blair White is weaponizing these same systems against us. She tried to have the DEA arrest me and has called the cops on numerous activists before. All is content for her videos. We're here to say that this can't keep on happening. It's time to put an end to it. Finally, as a community organizer, I want to be as transparent as possible. All funds will be going to Cohen and Green Law. If we receive extra, we can actually strengthen our case with additional evidence collection. If they have funds left over after the case, they'll either be used for similar litigation or donated to organizations like the Marsha P. Johnson Institute, Trans Justice Funding Project, and the Oprah Project. I'm not doing this for the money, I'm doing this for the message. If you have any questions about this fundraiser or the case, I'm more than happy to answer them. Just let me know in a message or and
Okay.
Blair, I'll see you in court.
And then there's the donation link if y'all want to go ahead and click that one right there. Well, I mean, you can't click it, but it's very simple. Type it in. If you want to donate to helping with this campaign, that is a thing you can do. Because, I'm going to be honest, I wholly support this. Blair White has been doing her damnedest to harm people for money for so fucking long. That's a thing that really needs to stop. There's this issue with content creation on YouTube when it comes to marginalized groups, or really in general. It is so easy for content creators to create a funnel of hatred towards a single person or a group and maintain that funnel for money. And a lot of times, just a quick disclaimer at the beginning of a video where they go like, don't harass this person. It's not enough to stop that. At some point, you really have to start taking accountability for the things you've said and the things you've done. Blair has historically not been very good at that. I'm getting very tired of the Sonic Unleashed soundtrack in my ear. Just leave. Just stop. Oh, boy. But that's where I throw it back to you guys. What do you think about this? What are your opinions on this case? And do you think that it has legs? I personally think it does. But for the time being, we are going to have to move on to some more different types of conversations where Blair White is concerned. As always, everybody, insert end of video tagline here.